Did you call him the child? Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Okay. Alright, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's you dumb.
Nobody digging to your
A little kid just did, you dumb.
That little kid, you call him
Yeah.
the little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna...
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be that.
I don't give a
Huh. Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
Hello wonderful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's episode, we'll be taking a look at racist chants by a white mom to a black autistic kid in Minnesota. It even gets worse. After calling the black kid the N-word, she went into a Christian website to fundraise money to protect her family from the black community. This move seems to have angered many Americans, both black and white. Let's watch the following video scan.
Everyone say hello to Shiloh Hendrix, who has raised over $500,000. Help me protect my family. Wow, people are very nice. Let's find out what she's raising money for. My name is Shiloh. I've been put into a very dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. I called the kid out for what he was. That sounds problematic. Another man who we recently found out has a history with law enforcement proceeded to record and follow me to my car. He posted these videos, which has caused me and my family great turmoil. Wow, that sounds terrible. Let's go to the video.
Call him the child?
you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the word?
Your business.
It is my own business. You call him Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
You
Okay. Alright, that's what you say. That little kid, you call him the little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna...
This woman called a child who stole from her child. I don't think if a child takes a toy from another child on a playground, that's like theft. But regardless, called him a racial term. Then the person that was recording called him one and then doubled down on it and said, yeah, you're both that thing I called you. And through this website, Give Send Go, she has raised almost $500,000. And if you go through the donation list, the majority of them are anonymous. Shocker. And they are contributing to this woman who is a racist by every definition of the term, $500,000. Now, this website is apparently a Christian website. It also gave money to Kyle Rittenhouse. So that is what it is. A lot of people reached out to this website and they're pretty much getting nothing. What a world we live in right now, where you can just be a racist online and almost become a millionaire in one day. Disgusting. I don't really know what else we can do about it. The website's good. We're giving them money. I'd imagine most people know this woman's a known racist. Maybe not, but just a disgusting time and a disgusting world we live in when things like this happen.
Hey, what's up, America? Do you know who this is? This girl with the baby. Have you seen her on social media? Let's talk about it. So this is a girl named Shiloh, and she's on film making racial slurs. She's filmed by a Somalian individual who apparently is a chomo. So she caught a little kid of a certain persuasion going and rummaging through her bag. So she went over there and basically made the kid stop stealing products from her and her boy when a Somalian guy came up to her and was filming her. He asked her if she used a racial slur for the child, which I'm not 100% sure if she did. I didn't hear anything, but I digress. She basically then calls the guy a racial slur, which I won't mention here. And he's like, oh, you're using that slur? Well, that's hate speech. And then she turns around and says it multiple times and basically tells the guy to go fuck himself. So normally this would be a horrifying thing because it's a person yelling some type of racial obscenity in front of children. However, the internet is now divided on this situation because apparently the guy that was filming was a Somalian individual that's facing rape charges on a minor. And so that's just come out. So this guy's an individual that's not from the United States facing a heavy criminal penalty from what I understand. That's the opinion I'm getting here, so we'll go with that. It's an opinion for the time being. And so now people are basically saying, well, look, he's a criminal. She did the wrong thing. But apparently they're saying people have had enough. Had enough of being bullied for basically being white. Now, what's your opinion on this? I'm making no stance or opinion whatsoever on this individual because I want to hear what you think about the story. I'm just giving you the information and I want to hear what you believe about it. And I'm just going to drop that right there on the fucking ledge and do with what you will. But I am walking away from that after telling you about it because, yep, that is hot as fuck. So yes, of course, we here at Sup America support no racial slurs of any kind whatsoever. But what say you?
Can we stop pretending now? Can we seriously stop pretending like racism is just a few bad apples, isolated incidences happening over the country? No, we know what it is. It is systemic. It has always been. And until we address that, it will always be. This is not shocking. If this is shocking to you, you've been living under a rock. So I'm done with that. We all should be done with that. I don't want to hear race baiting. I don't want to hear, oh, you're just playing the race card. Oh, you're just playing victim. You love playing. No, this is systemic. The reason you know it is because she verbally attacked a 5-year-old child at a park. A 5-year-old child. And instead of getting in any trouble for that, she's been giving over $200K by supporters who are happy that she was going off and calling racial slurs to a little black boy. And the people who are donating this money, they're your teachers, your lawyers, your friends, the people who handle your food, the people working on your teeth in dentist offices, your nurses, your bank officers, the people who handle your money.
I'm going to weigh in on the Shiloh Hendrix issue. A lot of people are going to be pissed off, but I don't care. I'm going to keep it real, okay? People are upset this woman called a child the N-word. She's claiming that the child was taking her kid's belongings. The child wouldn't stop. No one was doing anything about it. So she snatched everything, called the child an N-word, and she basically had a meltdown. And now she's getting a bunch of money donated to her. She's about to raise $1 million, and people can't believe it because she's a racist, right? Okay. Here's the bigger question. Why are so many people donating to this woman? Why are so many people in this country so supercharged about this issue? Okay? We have to be accountable in every aspect of life. Okay? We can't sit down and be a victim and say, oh, racism, racism, racism. I know that's the easiest thing to say, right? You're just racist. I could go out. I don't look white, right? I'm labeled as Caucasian, but I'm Persian, and when I go in to get a passport or a citizenship, or sorry, a driver's license, whatever, I have to label myself as Caucasian. That's what the United States says that I have to do, and that's what I do. But according to everybody else, I'm not what you would consider white. So you would think that I would face racism, right? And I probably have here and there. Some people might not like me, but the bottom line is, my culture as a whole, Persian people, we don't have a reputation of robbing, stealing, being disrespectful, being loud in restaurants, talking over people, being ignorant, right? We don't do that stuff, okay? We behave the way society expects us to behave, and in return, we're treated pretty fairly, even as people who came here as immigrants and really didn't have shit when we came here. Okay, a lot of us had absolutely nothing, lost everything, and couldn't even speak English, and came to this country and made it a home. But we abided by all the laws, all the rules, and we treated people with respect. Therefore, people treat us with respect. Now, let's talk about this certain group of people that this woman was referring to. Okay, look at the culture as a whole. All right, how much cultural issues is going on with that group of people? Do they rob a lot? Okay. Do they commit a lot of crimes? Do they commit a lot of murders? Okay. Are they usually the people that you're seeing doing things that make everybody uncomfortable or make them feel unsafe? So where is the hatred coming from is what I'm trying to ask people, okay? Do you think it's possible maybe if this group of people cleaned up their act, started to behave just like everybody else does in society, then people wouldn't generalize, that people wouldn't feel this way? because I think that's what would happen. Okay, I think something magical would happen if that could occur. But until they fix their cultural issue, okay, until they fix the mother and the parent situation in the house and start raising their kids with the same ethics and morals and values as everybody else, this racism thing isn't going to go away. That's all I got to say.
Shiloh Hendrix has raised almost $600,000 on her Give, Send, Go account because of her unfortunate run-in with a Somali immigrant and child of unknown provenance, let's just say, as I believe all the money that she's raised is a direct result to the perceived slights that white Americans are experiencing every day in America. Honestly, it's in every HR department, in every company, every small business to large corporation, there is still being pushed, still being praised, and still being running the show from behind the scenes in all across the country. Everyone knows it's still going on. The Trump administration is attempting to crack down on this, and slowly but surely it will happen. But in the meantime, Americans just donated more than $500,000 to a chick that called that Somali immigrant the hard R.
What's cracking, kids? Today's video is going to be about how disgusting and racist this country still is, specifically referring to the racist meth head playground Barbie that called the little 5-year-old the N-word. Oh, and he had autism, so extra douchebag points for that. And not only is that awful enough, she's raised almost $700,000 on her GoFundMe when she cried about how her life was in danger. Bunch of bullshit. And all the people on the right are just having a ball, seeing how upset everyone on the left is. And you're encouraging racism. You're applauding racism. And then you guys have the balls to say things like, well, we got to start getting along. We got to kind of find a way to reach across the aisle. Fuck that. I have no interest in reaching across the aisle and talking to any of you disgusting racist fucks. None. Zero. And I'm sure there's going to be some maggots that come onto the feed here and be like, if you don't love the country, why don't you fucking leave? Well, it doesn't work that way, Scooter. If I own a house and there's a leak in the roof, I don't just move out. I fix the leak. And you fuckers are the leak.
Did y'all hear about the story of the woman that raised hundreds of thousands of dollars after being caught on camera calling a black child the N-word repeatedly? Let's get into this insane story. So a viral video of a white woman shouting racial slurs at a young black boy in Rochester, Minnesota in a playground repeatedly had went viral. This woman has been identified as Shiloh Hendrix and was filmed at Soldiers Field Memorial Park, and she was confronting a man who was defending the child. She was even indignant about her remarks to the child, saying, quote, "I called him out for what he is," end quote. Social media users claim the boy was around 5 years old and possibly autistic, and the video spread across platforms like TikTok and Facebook. Soon after, this lady had the nerve to launch a fundraiser, originally asking for $20,000, but by Friday morning, it had raised over $300,000. She claimed her family was being harassed and needed to locate. In response, the Rochester branch of the NAACP started its own fundraiser to support the child's family and provide legal help. They urged authorities to investigate the incident and called for accountability. So let me get this straight. A woman is caught on camera repeatedly calling a child a slur, and now she's hundreds of thousands of dollars richer. You cannot make this stuff up.
Regarding the white woman who called that little 5-year-old autistic boy the N-word at the park for going in her diaper bag and stealing, it was deserved. Now, should y'all have given her $500,000? No. But was that a valid use of the N-word? Oh yeah, very much so. Like, I'm at the park chilling, and I look over to the left to look at my diaper bag, and I see some motherfucker just digging in it. Ain't no words. I'm going over there, picking you, especially a child. I'm picking you up by your shirt, and I'm punching you in the fucking stomach. I'm doing you how Piccolo did them Cybermen. I'm throwing you, and I'm shooting that mouth beam at you, all that. You getting cooked, bro. I would have beat the fuck out of that child. And then when the parent pulls up, hey, that's my kid, I'm hitting you with a DDT, or RKO, all that shit, nigga. Booyaka, booyaka, 619, off the fucking swing set. Now, am I gonna call you a slur? I don't need to. I'm so angry, ain't no words. I'm just, ooh, I'm waiting for, I'm gonna fuck that little nigga up. But no, she shouldn't have, she could call him that, but y'all shouldn't have gave her 500.
This woman is Shiloh Hendrix, and if you haven't heard, she used a Christian crowdfunding website to raise almost $400,000 to protect her family after she was videotaped calling a 5-year-old the N-word on the playground. Now, she claims that the kid tried to steal her diaper bag, and then she went off, and the man who was recording her calls her out, and she just repeatedly calls him the N-word over and over and over again. How the fuck have we gotten here? How have we gotten here? I don't care if the kid did pick up her diaper bag. You're going to call him a racial slur and then repeat it over and over again to the man who's recording you do it? I contacted this website. It's a Christian crowdfunding GoFundMe, essentially. And they replied back to me and said that they were going to research it, because I said, is this what you stand for? As a Christian organization, is this what you stand for? Letting someone use your platform after they are displaying a blatant fucking display of racism. Is this what you guys are okay with? You're cool with that? She left out the part that she called the kid a racial slur in her little blurb about why she needs to keep her family safe. I would encourage you, if you are as outraged as I am, to share this video to your story and go to this website and send them a message saying the same thing that I did. Is this what you are okay with? This is what you want people to use your website for? Because I can tell you this, if that's what they're okay with, that is absolutely not fucking Christian. And I am tired of people being racists and awful fucking people and doing it in the name of God. This is absurd. This is unfucking acceptable.
If you want to get rich in this country, there's only one guaranteed method. It's not winning the lottery. It's not becoming a pro athlete. It's not being an A-list actor. It is right-wing grifting. This woman, Shiloh Hendrix, was at a park in Minnesota with her kid. She claims that a black person stole her kid's stuff. She then goes on video and says the N-word multiple times. So logically, she is the victim in this scenario, and she sets up a fundraiser to raise money to protect her family. She says her social security number is out there, her address is out there, her phone number is out there, her family is being attacked. She's exposed. Please donate so I can relocate and be safe. Anything helps. And right now she's received nearly $300,000 US from anonymous donors. Like, people are sending thousands of dollars to a random woman on the internet because that woman called a black person the N-word. And somehow it costs $1 million US to rent an apartment somewhere else. I don't know, Shiloh, how did you end up in a scenario where people were talking about you online? And originally she set her fundraising goal a lot lower, but then people kept giving her money. So what did she say? Yeah, I need more money. And she kept getting it. And this is the thing. If you even pretend for like 1 week that you're being canceled and attacked from the other side for standing strong in your beliefs, these people will send you life-changing amounts of money. So put yourself out there and trick these folks into paying off your student loans. I promise it can be done.
Have you guys heard about this woman that called a 5-year-old black autistic child the N-word several times at a playground, and it was all caught on camera? I'm sure most of you guys hopefully have seen the video, but this was the woman here. I would play the video, but I just literally can't physically watch it one more time. If you guys go find the original video, this woman pretty blatantly calls this child the N-word several times. And keep in mind, he is a 5-year-old autistic child. It's all captured on video, and you'd think, okay, she's probably gonna lose her job. There's something bad's gonna happen to her. Not only did that probably not happen, and in this GoFundMe, she takes full accountability for the fact that she's the one in that video, and she did in fact call a 5-year-old autistic child the N-word, but she was just defending herself, and she's just calling him what he is. And the amount of support that this woman is getting is actually unreal. Like I said, she has raised over $300,000. And what is so infuriating about things like this is I encounter so many people that will swear to you that like racism is not a thing anymore. And I think so many people forget that like things like racism, most of the time they're not as black and white and cut and dry as you might want to think. It's very rare you're going to meet somebody where you go, hey, do you dislike black people? And they're going to say, yep, I hate them.
most of the time racism is very hidden, okay? They do it in very selective ways where you can kind of find out how they actually feel based on the decisions or the things that they say. A perfect example is I had a scenario a few weeks ago where one of my friends was moving into a new neighborhood, and they have like a neighborhood watch over there. And as she's moving her stuff in, guess what? She gets approached several times and makes a big deal over the fact that she looked a little bit suspicious. And guess what? This woman didn't look like the type of people who typically live in this neighborhood. The person who actually called these people was confronted on it. Of course, guess what they said? No, I don't have a problem with people who are Latino or black. I don't have an issue with these people. I just didn't recognize you. But the reality is, guess what? Her husband, who was also clearly brand new to the neighborhood, was there for over a week with absolutely no issues, doing things on the front lawn, and nothing was ever told or called. And now she came there a week later, and guess what? She had somebody called on her, and they would not leave her alone. They kept asking things like, where are you really from? Are you even from here? Things like that. Now, these people would swear to you, no, I don't have a problem with people who are black or Latino or this, just certain ones that act like this. People who are racist, most of the time, it is very rare that they actually understand that they are racist. This woman who has somehow managed to raise over $300,000 for being the worst human being that I can possibly ever imagine. The reason why I think she's able to raise $300,000 is this is a way of people who are hiddenly racist to go and support what they actually believe. It is somebody who said the thing that they wanted to say the whole time. And she is the savior to them. She is the one who finally said it and didn't care. It's actually insane to me when I meet people who think things like discrimination, racism, you name it, don't exist anymore, when literally only 100, 200 years ago, we had separate bathrooms. You have scenarios like this, which couldn't have been more obvious that this woman is a horrendous human being, where she's able to get over $300,000 worth of support. If that right there doesn't show a very obvious and clear distinction of how a lot of people feel about people who do not look like them or act like them or not from the same areas as them, then I don't know what does. Because I really hope the website that she's using to raise all this money does the right thing and does not give her the money. But from what I'm hearing, it seems like she's actually going to get this kind of money for doing the worst thing I've ever heard of. Because complex issues like racism or just overall discrimination, they are not going to be obvious. Most of the time, it is going to be things that are hidden, microaggressions. A lot of people deep down want to be saying things like this, but they're afraid of the repercussions. And she just happened to be the one to say what they wanted to say out loud. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you?
America is getting worse with racist chants. With the videos above, you see how Americans are angry with the Christian website to allow a racist mom raise money to protect herself. Do you support the white mom raising money? If no, give me a reason on the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you, family. Bye.